Raw, uncut, good and bad.
Okay, what's up, guys? My name is Kelma SK, aka Big Panda, and I'm here today with the lovely and most fantastic Bongiwe Dlamini. Hi, Ma, how are you doing?
Hello, my darling. I'm fine.
Oh my goodness, guys, I'm
How
so
are you?
excited. I'm so excited for various reasons, but however, I'll just Okay, so let's just get onto it. Poetry, you're singing, spirit indigenous. I'll continue, but I just want you to let's just go through that. How do we find ourselves within spirit indigenous and the whole why Maputo instead of basing it in Swaziland either way?
Okay, Maputo just happened. Actually, the whole Spirits Indigenous journey sort of just happened because how we ended up being Spirits Indigenous and being that little group, that collective, was we started like a movement where we said, okay, my artists, let's do a thing where we support one another. If you have a show, we're there, we're helping you set up whatever you need. And then we'd find shows for one another around the country.
Okay.
We used to do quite a lot there, and so gwendeka, but then at some point just besibaningi kakhulu, and you end up in a situation like that. A lot of the time you end up kube nebantu that are pulling the thing, and then people who are just dragging back.
Hey, yeah, true.
So kwabese sekubadala nje ukuthi ish yathi kuthini. And then we applied for Grahamstown National Arts Festival. So we were on the fringe and we got the gigs, and then we were going as individuals. Mine na Tobile na Fubu.
Okay.
So we had one band. So best rehearsal, we had one band. So we were sharing this band. And then kuthola imali ukuthi sihambe kahle sonke became a challenge. So what we ended up doing is we told ourselves, come rain or shine, we are going to Grahamstown.
All of us.
No, we left the band.
And
then now we had been rehearsing for months.
Okay.
Different info lehlukile, but with a band.
Okay.
So me and Fubu and Tobile packed our bags and went to Grahamstown. And some days we've got 2 gigs, and some of the venues at Grahamstown Golema cathedrals. So the space just was perfect. So what we did is we just did vocals and the indigenous instruments, and the response
was amazing.
And it was like, oh my God, and then we came back and did some other things, And then there was a friend, Lobega's a Mozambican friend, who said, hey, I'm recording, Master Grahamstown, hey, I'm recording an African dub compilation.
Okay.
So would you like to be part of it? I was like, yes, for sure. So Masbuya, I was like, Kutobile, I think we woke up one day and we were feeling like, I was like, let's go to Maputo.
Okay.
So we just packed our little bags, basically for the weekend.
Oh.
But then, sangam toli guy had somehow inombolo yakhe that wrong.
It just didn't
so
work.
As sihleting ngisafuna, does anyone know him? We were going around my venues. Oh, we're musicians. We what does it take to play la? Which day would you like to schedule? Is Thursday okay? And you're like, you haven't even heard us. Like,
are you sure you want me here?
And it was like, yes, Thursday is fun. La pasna benda sna next.
Rehearsals.
We got together a band, and then we just stayed for 7 years.
Because
it was that like because they're for them, art is part of their everyday culture. Like on any day of the week, you can go and see something, either theater or live performance or something. And it was like, oh my God, are they for real?
My goodness. Okay, but then that's what I want. I mean, you what you're speaking of right now why do you think it's a bit difficult for us, like Eswatini, we should have that? I mean, we've got an auditorium, a theatre club, we've got the people that are already there, and we've got an arts and culture executive or a board that could actually help us with it. What are we lacking towards those skills to actually have all of that in one piece?
Okay, for me, arts and culture doesn't exist in my world as a musician in Swaziland anymore, because I tried that path and it just did not work. Instead, you felt like you were being sabotaged.
Okay.
So I cut them out. And I think what we need to do as an artist like I, more than anything else, we need to understand that it's up to us. We must create the scene. And I was talking to somebody who, Lotsi, in Maupuganje, like back in, say, for instance, even in the States, in New York, it's the artists that create a scene.
Not the other way around.
No, nobody will create. Look, we are the ones who understand what our calling is. We are the ones who understand what this thing is. Arts and culture, arts and culture. Yeah, but unless they choose to educate themselves, like really intensively about art,
however,
they're just working. It's your passion. So stand up for your bloody passion.
Now, 1995, if I'm not mistaken, you leave Swaziland to Joburg, right?
Yes.
Exact, Johannesburg. You get there, what happens?
I get there, ekhaya ngitsite ngiyofunza. It's the only way that ngiyofunza vele. Kuneskola, Fuba Academy, registered, sure.
Everything is okay.
Everything is okay. I've lied about inzawo yehlala and said ikona.
They trusted you guys back then.
Well, I think my mother's always been the type of mother who just, it's like, do your thing, my baby. You know, it's the only way I've been able to follow my path so freely in life is because I have a mother like that. Honestly, like, and she's like the most conservative woman you've ever come across. But I think I don't know, she's just let us be. You know, she's never forced us into anything.
Exactly. Okay.
So I get there. Okay, I had no idea where to say. None. You know, I had a school.
Stofika mara.
And ngakusasa mina ngisukalana namuhla ngakusasa futhi ngiqala esikoleni nga8. Angaduzi ndola laphi. Ngiyaqala ke Jozi ngedwa, ngiyaqala ke Jozi ngekhumbi.
Family relatives?
Nada.
Okay.
I
this is going to be interesting.
Think that far. Okay. So I live here because I had gone to Joburg for the holidays. Ngathola school. I was like, yes, so mama, yeah, school. Mama's like, okay, sisi here. Dohlala up. Hayi umngani wasisi wami. Nothing like that.
Okay.
So I'm in the kumbi and I'm feeling like, oh my God, freedom.
Coming.
And yeah, hambi kumbi. Must figure a station. Angicabanga the practicalities.
Okay.
But mase stofika nje angathi nokuphela ikumbi ifike igcinele kuphi angathi lutho nje ngemakhulu angathi nje
it's literally just you into the wild. Let's go
and let's go chase that future chase that, you know. It's my ikumbi ngibona ukuthi okay lana ngilapho ifike ime khona ngqi final stop.
Yes.
I look around for my phone boxes. Okay, ngiyayibona phela all I know is that at Jozi you have to look like you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
So mina mangehla la I've spotted the phone boxes.
You need to be streetwise now.
So walk towards the phone box. I found the only friend not the only friend I knew, but the only person that I'm like, hi, look, Mse Park Station. She's at Wits Tech studying for this Tishiba, studying fashion. And I need a place to stay. She's like, oh, take a taxi. Just tell them you're coming to Wits Tech. I'm like, okay, cool.
That's it.
Get it and come towards the taxis. Wits Tech. Okay, super. I'm with her, I think, for about 2 weeks on campus.
Oh, wow.
So I get there. Okay, so in 2 weeks, then I find a backpackers.
Okay.
I live at the backpackers. It was in Berea, which is next to Hillbrow at that time. This is the 90s. Now, you must know, Joburg in 95 was popping.
Okay.
Because they've just gotten independence.
Okay.
Rainbow Nation, they're winning all the competitions.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy and everybody's thinking, yes, we have arrived.
Yes.
So optimism is high. Joburg is amazing. And I'm this kid.
Yes, true.
You must understand.
Elbon Jenny.
Yabo. And Kaigis Bengasi lapha a village where everyone stays. Begungla pehlatin lapha.
Outside of Lusoti.
Outside of Lusoti, just like you can see Lusoti from home and you can see on your way to the police station, in between the sugar cane and Klane.
Oh, wow.
So I grew up in the bush, literally, you know. So now I'm in Joburg.
Now I can imagine city
I
girl.
know.
Ooh.
Oh my God, at this time. And it was amazing. So I stay at the Backpackers. Then I moved to another Backpackers. And I meet this crazy girl.
They always are.
We had the most incredible adventures. I started going to Grahamstown at that time.
Okay.
We would hitchhike to Grahamstown from Jersey. Have fun at the arts festival, do a thing. So obviously, with all this fun that's happening, school is sort of going to fall by the wayside.
True.
Yes, it's called but at some point it's like time wasting. And then I get a job at Kippy's.
Okay.
Kippy's Jazz Bar. It's legendary. The people that used to legendary.
I think we need to check it out.
Yes. Waitressing. So I'm passing drinks around and passing food around, and Huma Sigela's on stage. Yeah,
What?
And it's like, I think it wasn't a big place, Kippy's, sort of smallish like this.
Intimate spaces.
Yes. Huma Sigela's on stage, and I'm thinking, what am I doing at school?
I want this.
And it's here. It's within reach. So at some point I
literally
left
interesting.
school. I have a regret about that now, but it's okay, But
Need to come back with that one. Okay.
Yeah, so that carried on for some time. Then I ended up meeting the people in the business, Bo Ray Piri, Bo Jonina. They had a production company at the time. They signed us up. Nalamanye Maswati, Bo Yasin and Koli. XY Chromosome.
Yes, I've heard of them.
Koli, I think he's a pastor now. Yasin, I'm not sure where Yasin is. They were amazing. So we got on this whole ride,
Everything's
and then
okay.
just after we had whatever. But they had a fallout.
Okay.
And then it was like our stuff sort of went through the cracks.
So
it was like,
with them, everything just fell through.
But then I was gigging and just carried on with life in Joburg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cruise ship, Italy.
Okay.
Because I feel like the adventures are just linking into each other. And I mean, from Joburg to Grahamstown, from Grahamstown to Italy to... And you're singing.
Yes. Doing what I love.
Oh, guys. And your mom still allows this passion.
Yes, she does.
Shout out to you, Mama.
I know, man.
Shout out to you, Mama. Lukele. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Lovely. Please, maybe the cruise ship. Let's talk about that voyage.
Okay. So, then I used to take little breaks from Jersey and I'd come home and think, okay, let me make things happen here. So there was one time I was Lana, and for some reason, a friend of mine, an old friend of mine from high school, there was this guy called Ron Smith, Lobegala. I'd see Ron Smith is looking for me, and I'm thinking, ungatelapi.
Very good question.
Where? I'd see anyway, utsitengulete, so see meeting, I'd see guy manja, I hear that you sing. I'm like, I do sing. I'd see, okay, Gusakiwi Tiger City.
Okay.
Angitsatsa mix at Tiger City. Angitshengise a room full of music equipment that I've never seen.
Everything for you is foreign.
Lalela, mina ngifuna ukuthi wena uthola iband, so uthola abantu wena. I've got all the equipment. Now I'll support you. Angimati this guy.
Never met him in your life.
He's just got a passion for music, and I don't know what's Lamil Kamulvepi, but basically he's saying not letting for lana ndo waka music studio nene ndo rehearsal lana upstairs stoba ne TV studio kaso. I'm like, okay,
like everything for you is surreal at that moment in time.
But I think during that time of my life, I was so used to weird things like that happening. I was sort of, it was like, I thought that's what life was
at that moment in time.
It was like, because it was like years of just incredible things just coming. So anyway, I'm like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, so you'll need a place to stay because uhlala kuphi esmoon. Okay, now that won't work. So buya, give you space. And it's like, okay, So I moved, and then we started what we called the Tiger Band. So it was Bongiwe and the Big Tigers. So he was like, okay, I'll find you musicians. He finds them. We're there. Rehearsa daily. So sesisebenda logo vele. Rehearsa daily. He's building Tiger City. Magaqedza ufaka like, because there were 2 discos. Tiger City. So we're going to be the resident band plus perform at whatever functions he has.
That is so wonderful.
And then other things as well. So we did that for quite some time. It was great fun. Then that sort of started falling apart in a sense as well, because wayechele Ron and da 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 da. And during that time, before ayechele, I meet this guy called Gary Myhill, who's in Swaziland gigging at what was then, I think it was Proti. I think it was called Proti, Espigi or something, or okay, now it's the Orion. Anyway.
Yeah.
So
see the history that actually comes up. I love that part.
So okay, I meet him. He just happened to speak to some girl to watch our rehearsals. Usia, I need a singer. So. I said, here's Bongiwe's number. She's a great singer. Blah 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 blah. So this guy calls me. He's like, listen, Gaso, this is my story. I'm like, oh okay, ship. So contract on the ship,
Oh, so that's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
Wow.
So the guy comes, we meet, and then we start rehearsing. I'm like, I'm game. We start rehearsing. So first we started going to gig at Josie.
Yes.
We gig at Josie for a bit, to also get familiar with each other. And then, so the agent books us on the ship. We go 6 months.
Wow.
Coming from Italy all the way down to Cape Town and then all the way up. So you go to all the countries in between.
Oh, so that was an adventure.
Serious
that was
traveling.
an adventure.
And I've always wanted to travel, but now you're getting paid for it.
Guys, where are these people? Scouts, please, show yourselves. We are here.
I think it was a different era.
But still.
And listen to this. So, am I working hours? Okay, because ngakala on the deck, but then the captain requested Gusinyo Hlabela in the captain's lounge.
Oh,
so
wow.
my working hours were like maybe 7, 7:30. And then up until when the captain leaves, we stop. Like so,
you're just
and
over and done
Pela captain, you must remember. So he doesn't do late nights.
Okay.
So he would just request that last song. That was our cue. Alanis Morissette, Ironic. Then he would do a slow dance with some girl.
Wow.
And then that was our cue.
Are you serious? And that was a classic song.
And that's it. So the whole day I'm free. When we dock, Angsebend.
Pause. That was okay. The lyrics to that song, you've sang it for so long.
Yes.
And Captain being a captain.
Yes.
And then him having that moment. What went through your brain at that? I'm thinking about it now. Like, it's like rain on the summer day. Like, guys, did you even think about it at that moment?
I didn't.
You did.
For me, it was just like, oh, Captain loves this song.
No! Captain couldn't. Oh, wow.
And he was Italian. You must understand. And because it was an Italian ship.
And you're going through African countries.
And you're going through African countries. And most of these Italians sing as Vugi.
Obviously.
So I don't know. Kusibegawa understand magama Captain.
No. Oh, my goodness. Oh, guys. The adventures of a lifetime. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're done with the cruise ship and now you're back home.
No, I went to Joburg. I worked in Joburg for some time because when we got back, we had so much work in Joburg. Like, meaning, ngabuya, ship finished when, Goja? Ship finished when? I remember because I did the millennial crossover, standing on the deck of that ship and thinking they said the world would change. And
here we are. What happened?
Okay.
Here we are. It's still changing. Somewhere, somehow.
Carrying on as it always has, but okay.
Oh, man. Oh, this is so wonderful.
Yeah, I went to Joburg after that and worked in Joburg for some time before I came back home because I felt like I needed to come home to sort out some internal stuff,
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was my question as to why do we always feel like, they always like like you humble pinzubu like so my question would be, okay, now you've had all of these adventures and you've seen the world. It was literally your oysters. I mean, all of those great opportunities. Now coming back home and now realizing what's senglana, and you still have that fire burning within you.
At the time, though, when the decision to come back was because I needed to sort out some issues. So I was home and I was lost because I was looking for myself, for parts of myself that I'd lost as a child, but I didn't know where to look. So I was just sort of wandering around in a haze, smoking a lot of weed, and just sort of...
It's a culture. It's a culture.
Oh, no, I loved my weed, hey. I thought I'd smoke until I was like... in my grave. But then I stopped because I smoked too much, I think, and then I stopped getting high, and then it was just okay. And I stopped. But anyway, so I'm home and I'm smoking my weed and I'm looking for myself, and then I go home to my mom. And like heavy churching, but you don't understand the levels. Like nobody has churched as much as I have. Like on a Sunday, basically I 4. Na Sunday school, na Sunday school. When I got a little bit older, then there was the morning church, and then there was the afternoon church. So like, you don't understand. Like I churched. And then now some cases in week. So my mother will leave us at home. But till today, my mother churches.
Till today, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I grew up in church, and at some point, as I grew older, because the sad part is that you hear what they're saying and you're connecting to what they're saying, but then who they are. The pulpit is something else, and you see the hypocrisy of Christians from an early age, and it's like, I hear you,
Mara.
But the reality is, and you're a kid, parents. And bosban site mazidlala basitshela ukuthi manje uthite babo wabo bona bangabodlala naso ngoba thina site babe. So yabona.
Okay.
So at some point I turned my back on the church, but not God.
Okay. Thank you. The clarity, guys. Listen attentively, please. Wow.
But not on God. I've always been clear about God's existence and God's supremacy and God's godness. And my relationship. Yabo.
It's pure. It's there.
Yabo. And yes, over the years, I've grown more intimate. Like, okay, so anyway, there I am at home and I'm searching. But ngiyathandaza strong vele nje thinena God ngiva ngazi siyabona thinena God shem kona ke mathi ngishayile
the real one
nje ngazi uyabo
the real one. We relate. I'm not even going to lie. Yes.
You know? Anyway, then but one thing I'm clear about ukuthi angasinziswa. Like I didn't have that
by the way moment.
I just knew because I had a relate. And then so there I am one afternoon sekhaya kungena inshumayelo lapha eradweni bathi ma radio kuyashunyayela.
Yes. Till today
kube na something lendekako yathi
that sensation.
Like, I'm alone, there's nobody in the house, but mangabe ufuna kutinikela. That was your opportunity. At that time, I'm addicted. I smoke cigarettes. Highly addicted. I've been trying to stop for 2 years, and it's rough. I can't. Because and then, okay. And I had the smell, I hate everything. But
okay, yeah.
Ankoni, the addiction is just strong.
True.
You know. Then Kumbulanje, that last cigarette I smoked, and I'm crying. 10 I snuck out of the house, and I'm smoking under the tree. I'm saying, I'm crying. God, you see, I've tried 2 whole years. I can't do this.
It's a deep moment.
You are God. Why can't you do it? That was my last cigarette.
What?
Ever again. It was like, done. I was like, okay.
Wow.
All right.
That's.
You know? Then I found a church. So I churched for about 6-7 years. Once again, that thing, the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm having deep moments with God. Like, in my dreams, God is like instructing me and teaching me stuff. And like, wow. You know, but then there's church and the confusion of human beings, and then eventually I leave that church and I'm like, ish, okay, and I'm feeling like heartbroken. It's like, ish, but then I'm on a journey. I'm not realizing what we do is we think, especially